How many times I gotta make this movie before they realize that we don't want to see this shit no more? What's good? What's good? What's good? RJ here from the Silver Site. Today I'm going to be giving my thoughts on the Netflix original film, Fatal Affair, which is directed by Peter Sullivan and it stars Nia Long and Omar Epps. It's a psychological thriller about a woman who has an affair with a man from her past who turns out to be crazy and unstable. I'm sorry, y'all, but why they keep making this movie? Just stop, man. Stop. We don't want to see this shit no more. I don't care who you cast. I don't care what you do. Nobody wants to see this movie anymore. I don't want to see it. There's so many other black thriller stories that can be told, and for some odd reason, we keep coming back to this particular story about somebody who's mentally unstable. It's just not to say these same movies don't exist in white Hollywood, but we've seen this so many times from a black perspective. We don't need to see it no more. Anyway, let's jump right into this review. Now, there's a lot I didn't like about this movie. I can't put it any other way. However, before we talk about things that I did not enjoy about this movie, I do want to shine a light on the things that I did enjoy about this movie. One of the things I enjoyed about this movie was Nia Long's performance. I feel like she's really good in everything she does. She's really the only thing I really enjoyed about this movie. Everything she's in is good. I really enjoy seeing her on my screen, and I wish she was in more things because she always performs well, in my opinion. That's literally the only compliment I can give to this movie, and I'm really trying things to like about this movie. There's so few and far between as far as good things I have to say about this movie, but we're gonna keep it pushing, and we're gonna try our best to just be fair and honest about this movie, which I couldn't get with it, man. One of the things I didn't enjoy about this movie was the dialogue. It just felt really unnatural. It almost felt like whoever wrote the dialogue between Ellie and Marcus has never been in a long-term relationship or marriage for that matter. Just the way they interacted with each other was just very robotic and stoic. Even the scene where she confesses the affair, it literally felt dry. I know if I was in his shoes and I had a lot more, I know I'd have a lot more to say. I'd be on 10, but for me, he wasn't upset enough, nor was he emotional enough for me. The script, my goodness. You can't convince me that a bot didn't sit down and watch every single Tyler Perry movie and then auto-generate the script. There's no way Tyler Perry had nothing to do with the script. Of course, I get that Ellie had to make some stupid decisions in order to drive the plot forward, because that's how films work. You have to have things go wrong in order to, have a story to tell. But damn, not only did she make poor decisions, she made the worst possible choices in every single scenario. At one point, she hit him over the head and knocked him out. She stepped over this man, picked up the knife, and ran out. Why didn't you just kill him? You have every opportunity to get this man and kill him, and you didn't. At one point, she even stabs him. He's visibly wounded. He's visibly hurt, but she runs away, leaving the knife inside of him. Then, y'all, this had to be what pissed me off the most. He's chasing them up the stairs. She stops for like a second, and Omar Epps teleports behind her like Jason, and they start fighting. And of course, the husband is getting his ass beat. And so she takes a log and she beats him with the log. She hits him twice, once in the back and once in the chest. He rolls off. She tosses the log to the side and goes to her husband. Honey, are you okay? And naturally, by then, Omar Epps' character is right back to his feet, and he starts attacking again. Why did you stop hitting him? And then spoiler, now that you haven't seen the movie before, David was about to fall off of a cliff, and she tries to save him. What? This man didn't attack your best friend. He's attacked your husband, tied up your daughter, and you try to save him? You just can't convince me that Tyler Perry didn't have anything to do with this movie. This shit just made absolutely, positively no sense. Omar Epps, I don't know what was going on with him during this movie, but it just seemed like he was just mentally not there. It was more like, hey, a check is a check. It's almost just like, I don't know. I don't know if it was the whole him having to play a psychotic villain role. To me, it just wasn't believable, and I never want to negatively comment on someone's range as an actor because I'm not an actor. But maybe he just isn't suited for roles in which he has to play a mentally unstable villain, because I just didn't buy it. I don't, maybe because they didn't focus on his character's backstory more than I would have liked them to. We never really got to see a deeper reason as to why he is the way he is. Maybe if they would have shifted focus more over to the villain and made a story about, you know, a villain instead of a woman being attacked, it just would have felt more believable. But everything was just flat and boring. It just, I don't know, it just really just didn't do much for me as far as anything in this film. That's literally, there's literally only one good thing I'd have to say about this film, and that was Nia Long's performance. It's one of those things where you hate to see, you hate to really dislike a movie, especially when it's an all black cast, especially when it has two big stars in it like Nia Long and Omar Epps. But sometimes there's just no saving a movie that you just don't like. So in case you haven't gotten the picture by now, I would tell you to put this movie at the very bottom of your watch list. It's not terrible, but it's not anything you need to rush to see by any means. There's a whole pandemic going on right now, and we got time, believe me, but we still don't have time to waste. My name is RJ from the Silver Site, and those are my thoughts on Fatal Affair. Later days.